Hey, happy January 16th, 2026. I'm Jason with the Ink Inspired Life, where I love sketching architecture, and just capturing the world around me one line at a time. It's kind of how I process things, it's how I brainstorm, it's how I um, chill out, it's how I change my mood. Sketching is a really powerful thing for me. I hope you're doing well on this Friday. I think we have some snow headed our way tomorrow. I think I'm reading anywhere from 2.5 to 5 inches, maybe. I'm kind of hoping that snow holds off for a little bit. I'd love to have a little lunch get together with one of my friends before she heads off to school, and hopefully the snow holds off long enough for that to happen. Cool. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. It's always great to see you guys in the chat. Feel free to ask questions, leave comments. I'll definitely be checking the chat as we go through. Just kind of moving things around a little bit. So tonight, I want to do a sketch that is inspired by one of our viewers, Jennifer. Um, Jennifer mentioned this building on a live stream. I believe she used to work here, if I remember. So I'm going to be sketching. I'll bring a picture up here. This is a picture of the Grand Canyon Lodge on the North Rim. Unfortunately, this structure suffered a fire. I believe it was a wildfire back in July of 2025. So, really sad. It's always unfortunate to, see these kinds of things happen. I don't know the full story, and I don't think anybody was injured, and I definitely hope not. So let's just kind of focus a little bit and do some sketching of this Grand Canyon Lodge building. I've never sketched it before, so we'll throw down some lines, quick, loose, kind of my architectural style, and I'll talk a little bit through it as I'm working on it. Cool. Let's see, I'm going to close it out. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, I think you guys can see that okay in the chat. Let's do some sketching. Let me know. Let me know also if you can hear me okay, or if not. I think the other day I was having some sound issues. So, just like I typically do, I'm starting off with a Sharpie, and I'm committed. Once I throw a Sharpie down, it's on the paper. I'm not worried about erasing. It is what it is. We're going to go with it. It helps build creative confidence, and just forces me to keep moving along without worrying about erasing. Sketching for me is not about perfection, it's about imperfection. Just being in the moment and capturing things as they are. I'll typically start my architectural sketches with kind of the roof area because I just like it's easy for me to see the shape of a building as kind of the roof area meets the sky, and I kind of like to work my way from the top down. And that's not every single time, but I would say it's 90%. I'm spouting on all these like percentages. Like this is a show about statistics. Yeah, this is not a show about statistics. Um, for all you statisticians out there, you're awesome. I'm so glad you love all those numbers. But yeah, I would say most of the time I will work from the top down. It's an interesting building. Has timber, and it's in the Grand Canyon. So I'm assuming that the stones on this building are local, right from the Grand Canyon. One of the cool things about this is you can see the eaves, the timbers here under the roof eave. Some structural supports here holding up the roof framing. And then I think this is probably the iconic part of this entry to the lodge. Stone there. We have some more stone on that side. But then we have this cool timber truss. Boom, just something like this. My scale's a little too big. But again, that's okay. I'm not trying to capture perfection, just a feeling of the place. I have never been to the Grand Canyon. I've flown over it. Let me know, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon? It's just one of those must see places in the US. One of these days I'll get out there. Boom. Cool. Let me sketch a little more stone, then I'll check in the chat and see who's out there, see who's watching, see if you guys have any questions or comments. Let me throw in these windows here. Yeah, I'll definitely be sketching this one again. All right, let me take a little pause here. Let me see who's watching. Hey, Jennifer is in the house. Jennifer, good to see you. I hope you're doing well tonight. Um, yeah, feel free to jump in and correct me. I don't know much about this building, but thank you for inspiring the idea to sketch the lodge. Yes, the main entrance, right? This is the main entrance area. The stones are local. Cool. Hey, Chip, good to see you. Hope all's well. Sorry, I was going to give you a call yesterday afternoon or today, and the afternoons that they got away from me. They got away from me. Um, I'd love to catch up soon. You had the privilege to work there for 6 months in 2024. That is so cool. Wow. Yeah, yeah, it burned down in July. That's sad. That kind of stinks. I don't know if they are rebuilding it. I'm sure there are some kind of plans to. I hope there are some kind of plans to rebuild. Excuse me. Nothing left at North Rim for visitors. Oh, wow. That stinks. Yeah. I think I'll throw down some color. So here's an example of um, where I'm just going to go over lines. This gable. So a gable is the peaked roof area. They're called gable roofs. I drew it way too small. I mean, this gable is monstrous. So what I'm going to do, literally, is I am just going to extend this line up, and I'm going to bring it down, and we're going to make the gable wider because it's a little more dramatic in reality. You have some timbers here as well. Yeah, this looks better. The scale looks better. I'll be definitely. I think I said that wrong. I will do. I'll be doing another sketch of this building, I'm sure. I do want to throw some color, maybe some ink on here tonight. This is a good practice, and it's how I learn. It's how I learned sketching buildings. If this is the first time for me sketching a building, it's just about getting it out onto paper. I can see what's working, not working, and then I'll sketch it again, but not to replicate it. I'll still use my quick, loose style, but I'll have a better understanding and a little more sense of the scale of the building. It's like when I sketched the Brooklyn Bridge. I've sketched it so many times that I kind of have a sense of the scale of it now. The first 15, 20 times. Sorry, I got a little cough here. First 15, 20 times, it sets in. The idea, the scale kind of starts to set into your brain. All right, let's throw down some ink. I'm gonna get some color out of my head and onto paper. All right, this is so much fun. I love playing around with just sketching, adding color, checking in with you guys. After I do some color on here, I'll let it dry, and I'm going to show you an update on the Pont Neuf Bridge. I think I'm 99% done with it. Maybe I'll work on it for a few minutes tonight, and I'll show you how it's looking. I know what color I want to use in this. I'm looking for my my favorite ink color of all time, right here. Apple snail. We're going to throw some apple snail on here. I wish I knew where my bamboo brush was. It is MIA. Unless I put it in here. The lodge was massive. They are working out ideas for a rebuild. It won't be in my lifetime. Yeah, that stinks. That really stinks. It's things, especially when we're trying to. Here's one of the things I've learned in the architecture business, and actually, maybe we'll break out a different brush. So 3 years ago, one of our local American Legion buildings had a fire, burned down. Sad story. And I was blessed enough to be the architect on the rebuild project, had a class of my students help with the rebuild, the design, the concepts of it, which was awesome. That was a great experience. But I don't know where my brush is. I'm just going to use this one. But I've learned that projects that have committees that make decisions take a long time to get anything done. And also funding. The other issue is funding. Trying to raise funds and recover and build. There's a lot of things that figure into the time factor. All right, let's just throw some ink here. I'm missing my bamboo brush, but we're going to go with this brush I have right here with me. So this reminds me a little bit of a sketch I did for the. Oh my gosh, I might get it wrong. Was it the lodge at Yosemite? I forget. It was a sketch I did for Rue, um, and that sketch was really cool. I think I used some of these similar colors on it. Let's see. There we go. Your office was in the lodge to my left, behind the saloon. The roof is why the lodge burned. Very flammable. Try to get NPS to install metal. Hard. No, not historic. Oh, hard no, not historic. Oh wow, interesting. And that's sad. Yeah, a metal roof would have done wonders. Park service sucks. Way too much BS. Not easy to work with. Always a roadblock. Isn't that a shame? It is really a shame. All right, where are my watercolors? Let's break out some watercolor. All right, so I'm going to open some watercolor here. I want to angle this. Maybe I'll just throw this under here. There we go. All right, here's where you have to suspend your imagination. Is that the word? Suspend? Or engage? No, engage your imagination. You have to engage it. I'm going to throw colors down that are not on the building. This is just me wanting to add colors for my feeling, and colors I kind of like, make me happy. I'm never trying to replicate buildings exactly, but I'm really just trying to create vibes and a sense of style, how I kind of like to sketch things. There are amazing artists that can duplicate and replicate, people, buildings, animals, exactly as we see them. That is definitely not my forte or my interest. That's not really what I want to do. That's why I take photographs. The fun part for me is being playful with colors and ink. And that's something I try to stress to my students in school. Be creative. Let your creative side out. Go with whatever vibe you're feeling in the moment. That's what gives it your unique voice, your own spin on it. I should move that up a smidge. What else we got? Hey, Kai, great to see you. Hope all is well. Haven't seen you in a while. I was thinking of you the other day and asking about you. I hope you're doing well, Kai. I would love to catch up with you sometime, see what's going on. It's so cool to see you online. Park Service is 100% responsible for the demise of this beautiful lodge. Yeah, that's a shame. It really is. Well, I'm going to send positive vibes, and hopefully they will bring something back here. I'm thinking too much about the sketching instead of just throwing stuff down. I'm catching myself pre-planning a little bit what I want to do on this, and it's actually shutting me down. Um, I can't I can't pre-plan I can't pre-plan sketching. I just got to do it. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but my brain is sitting here thinking, why am I using this sepia color? What color should I throw down here? And it's slowing my creative flow down. Again, it's about imperfection. It's about getting stuff out of my head and heart onto paper. So I got to stop thinking and just keep doing. Throw down some more colors. Hey Sheila, great to see you. How are you? Hope all's well. We're gonna mix some purple. So I'm gonna throw some blue in here. You guys can see how I'm doing it. I am a messy painter. I am not careful about cleaning palettes and brushes before dipping them in colors. Yeah. So this is another example of me just wanting to throw stuff down, not precision by any means here. Just kind of going with it. And this is just layer one or round one. I'm going to come back after this dries. We'll throw down some creative marker, color pencil, and it'll really start to transform from what you're seeing now into the final sketch. So you got to remember this is always kind of layers when I do this kind of mixed media sketching. Thank you, Kai. Take care. Have a great night. It's great seeing you. We'll catch up soon. I'm also using a brush that I've hardly used. Very different feeling than the round bamboo brush. It's kind of fun to try it out. What? He's going to throw down orange? But Mr. Nick, there's no orange on the building. That's what the kids in school call me, Mr. Nick. But Mr. Nick, there's no orange. Why are you putting orange? And it's a legit question, right? There is no orange anywhere in this. I wanted to use orange. I feel like I wanted to really kind of give a little vibrant pop here with orange. I wish I had another explanation. I like the way orange looks next to purple or layered on top of purple. That's fun. Look at that. Boom. How fun is that? Watching that just run down the page. That's awesome sauce. That's awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. All right. Does people still say awesome sauce? Well, I just said it. I just said it and I'm not ashamed. Am I being sassy tonight? I've got a reputation for being sassy in school, and rightfully so. I can't argue with it. All right, cool. All right, we might let this kind of dry for a few. And we'll take a look at the Pont Neuf Bridge and see how that looks. I might work on that for a few and we'll wrap it up. Hey, Jen Claus, great to see you. How are you? Jen is beeping. Jen, thank you for beeping on my live stream. Love it. We need maybe a swish sound or some kind of sound that goes with artwork and sketching. Great to see you. Sheila says, I think your flow style has something to do with your architect mind. Ned, your husband, is also an architect, is much the same. That's really interesting. I think let's talk about creative flow for a second or two. Don't hold me to it. Start your timers now. I have a lot going on up here. My creative brain is on 24/7. I believe it's even going when I'm sleeping. And maybe that's why I can't sleep at night sometimes. The creativity is always flowing up here. And when I'm doing this loose style type of sketching, it's me trying to get some of the stuff that's in here out on paper as quickly as I can. It's not a race against the clock. It's about emptying the creative load in my brain. I don't know if that makes sense. So I even when I go urban sketching in New York City, actually I'm going to work on this. I had some ideas. Even when I go sketching in New York City, I find myself staying in a location 20, 30 minutes. And then I need to wander off to go sketch something else. There's so much in this city. Not that I'm trying to capture everything I see, but my brain's saying, okay, move on. Try something else. Try sketching this. I can't sit in front of the same building for an hour or 2 hours or the same scene. I've tried. And there's nothing wrong with anybody that can do that. I give you so much credit. But again, it goes back to the way my brain is just rolling. I'm trying to keep up, which is impossible, but I'm trying to keep up with what's in there. I wanted to throw down some purple, I thought it'd look cool for shadows under the overhangs here. This is a Sharpie Creative Marker. Love, love, love using these things. And then we'll pull out the bridge. I keep talking about that bridge. It's because I want to wrap it up. And if you want to listen along with me at home, I didn't post my link, my Spotify link. Well, I am listening to a bit of Shinedown, a little bit of Coldplay, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm listening to. All right, cool. So I'm going to bring it closer. You guys can see the colors and how it's kind of drying. Check it out. Swish! I got a swish in the stream. Yes! Is swish a good art sound effect? Makes total sense. Thanks, Sheila. Jen says, seriously, you are talented. You are seriously kind. Thank you so much. Love that. You're cool. You guys liking the colors on this? I'm liking it. Let me throw some of this on. I have an itchy nose. We'll use this. My favorite color, boom, right here. I think they call it sea green in creative land, creative marker land. I call it turquoise. Let's throw some turquoise on here. I'm going to zoom in closer. I think this one's dying, actually. Marker down, marker down. We got a marker down here. It's okay. It's kind of running out of its steam. I just bought some new ones. Who doesn't love some Michaels gift cards? Got a nice Michaels gift card for Christmas. Bought some Sharpies with it. Yeah, today we were witnessing, you just witnessed, this marker is no longer markerable. Into the bin it goes. Let's see. All right. I think I'm going to let this one dry, and then I'm going to bring over the bridge sketch. We'll work on that one. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, thoughts. We're expecting some snow here tomorrow in northern New Jersey. Anywhere from, I think, 2 to 5 inches. I think NYC is going to maybe get a sprinkle of snow. Nothing really to talk about. All right, cool. Let me let this dry. One of the reasons that I love painting at an angle, because I love when the water runs down. I just love how this is just puddling up. Boom, we got puddling happening here. I love that look. I love your humbleness, ink. Thanks. Wait, am I being humble? Oh, the stories this lodge could tell. Jennifer, I am sure. I got to really go and look at the history. And I think it's awesome that you got to work here. Very cool. All right. Say bye to the lodge. Hello to the bridge. I need to make a little room because this bridge painting, well, you'll see. It's monster. All right. All right, here it comes. All right, I'll give you the full effect. Jen, I learned meditation today. What? Wait, we have 2 Jens in the house. Jennifer and Jen. That is so cool. Did you actually do meditation? I was trying to do a little instructive video last time. I'll be doing that again. But yeah, that's so cool. Let me know if you did it, if it worked, if you liked it. That's so cool. Thanks for the feedback. All right. You guys can give me feedback on this. I gotta zoom out. Just gotta. That's why I don't teach language arts, guys. All right, I'm zooming out. Here we go. I get a drink of water. Yeah, Jennifer, I think it's so cool that you got to work at this awesome facility. All right, so here's the cover. I made this stamp, guys. This is cool. I made and 3D printed this stamp. It says Paris, France on it. First time I've ever tried it. Need to find the right ink consistency. This is actually acrylic paint with some water in it. So I went trying to give it like an old passport-y feel. Boom. All right, let's do the unveiling. Why did my music stop? There it goes. This is the Pont Neuf Bridge, the oldest standing bridge across the River Seine in Paris. My big head's in the way up on top of the screen. Let me shrink my head. I didn't know it was so big. There we go. Here you go, the Pont Neuf Bridge. Tried to age it, tried to distress it. First time playing around. I'm happy with the results for the first time. Could definitely it could use a little work, but I think it came out pretty cool for the first time. So what do you guys think? Let me zoom in. I'll just hold it up so you can see it closer. You're amazing. You're so kind tonight. Hey, do I need to do the eye rule in the chat? I don't have any eye rules in the chat. I don't have any moderators in my chat. I think we're good. There's only 3 people, and I trust all of you guys to behave yourselves. But cool, right? Check that out. So I'm liking this. What I want to do is I want to just darken a little bit of this under the bridge. Last time we were in the chat, I think it was GGNYC suggested purple. Doing some purple on here. I'm going to save that for a different sketch. I think it could look really cool. But I don't want to introduce another color onto this one. I'm sending it to my friend who may give it to his friend who has a restaurant, and it might end up in there. A lot of mays mites. Who knows? So I don't want to put another color. But let's just darken this, and I think I might try the sepia pen or sepia marker on there. Sheila says, love it. Good job. Hey, thank you, Sheila. Haha. Haha. Yes. Hey, Jen, if you want to be a mod on my extremely busy YouTube channel, let me know. You would be the first mod. All right, cool. So let's throw a little bit. I'm going to zoom in. I'm working on a small area. Oh, I clicked the wrong thingy. Hope you guys are enjoying this. So this is a sepia marker. What I want to do is get a scrap piece of paper like this here. And instead of adding the color directly onto this with the marker, I'm going to dilute it and then kind of brush it on. And you'll see. Let's do it. So I'm just literally brushing some there, and we're going to lift it. I'm going to lift it off. And then I'm just going to kind of put it on here. There we go. And the idea is just to kind of darken that under the bridge a little bit. I like that. I think it really popped it. It has a sepia look to it. It's not intensely dark. I think it's a win. Why is my nose so dang itchy? My gosh. I don't have allergies. They say if your nose is itchy, you're going to get into a fight. Just throw down some more marker. And I'm kind of just dabbing, not however you do that. I'm not doing the dance dab thing. That's me dabbing. I'm dabbing the brush on the paper. Yeah, I think that's really just pulling out those shadows. Happy, happy. Joy, joy. Please mod me. All right, I'm gonna mod you. I will mod you. Will you follow my rules in the chat? I hope you can handle like 6 viewers at one time in the chat. I am not quite near the level of some of our favorite New York City live streamers, but that's okay. I have quality viewers who are amazing. I love everybody watching right now. Whether you're on the Facebook, on the YouTube, on the Insta. I am not streaming on TikTok right now. I could. But no, I'm not on TikTok tonight. And thank you, Jen. I appreciate you offering. You guys liking this? Are you liking the sepia color for the underside of the bridge? It will dry lighter. So it might take another layer. And I think I just put some paint marker stuff in my mouth by mistake. All right. Cool. My channel will be. Thank you. One day we'll get there. We'll get there one day. So cool. All right, let's do some more under on this side. I feel a little cold or something happening, so pardon the sniffles and the little coughs here and there. There's a lot of junk going around the school, like flus and stuff. Fortunately, I don't have that. I think I had that last week. You just got to know when to stop. Sheila, you are 100% correct. You are 100% correct. I am just putting on some different tunes here. You know what I feel like listening to? I haven't listened to REM. REM in a long time. They're on my list here. Do you guys know there's the song Man on the Moon? Love that song. Yeah, you got to know when to stop, right? And I am getting very close to that stopping point with this sepia and the whole entire sketch. I'll zoom out so you can see how this is drying. All right. All right, that's enough. All right, let's zoom out and see the whole thing. Oh, thank you so much for sharing the channel. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, cool. What do you guys think? So, yeah, I like that. I think that really, I think this is done. I think adding that sepia marker. This is a watercolor marker. These are a lot of fun. Let me see. Where does it say? It's right there. Watercolor marker. Is it blurry? Come on, camera. Let's see if we can get it. Sorry, camera doesn't want to focus on it. But yeah, it's a Winsor Newton watercolor marker. This is my favorite color along with their cerulean blue. And it's yellow. I'm trying to think of what it if it's a specific yellow. Those are my three favorite watercolor marker colors. I would pull the other ones out, but they're over in shelf land on the shelf. I'd love to give you guys an art tour, a tour of the studio. That'd be fun. If anybody wants a tour of the studio, let me know. It's unkempt right now. Well, it's a working studio / home office space. Really nice, Jason. Thank you. I wish I had a little more yellowish hue in some places, but I was toying around with taking this yellow color here. Well, all right, I'm not going to toy around. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to do it on the scrap. So this is a scrap piece. Let's throw some on here and see what it looks like. So I'm just dipping into some yellow watercolor. Boom, and I just want to see what happens if I throw some on there, just to kind of pop a little bit of this. I kind of like it, actually. All right. So this was a fun little practice piece. Please mod me before your channel gets crazy. I know it is out of control. It is crazy time in here. I'm trying to think the most concurrent viewers I had at one time. I'm going to say it was like 21. 21. I'm going to throw some of this yellow on here just to pop a little bit of it. This goes back to what Sheila said before. You gotta know when to stop. I agree 110%. So I like this lemon, I call it lemon yellow. This lemon yellow just adds a zest, kind of a pop of freshness. Right? Think of a lemon. When you put a lemon zest in your cooking, it adds that brightness, that pop of freshness. For me, the yellow watercolor paint does the same thing. Just adds a little pop of freshness here and there. And sometimes your paintings need that, just these little pops of eye candy happening. And I'm not going to go too cray-cray, and I think that's going to be it, guys. I kind of want to put some neon yellow color pencil in the light fixtures. I'm done with the paint. Paintbrush is going down. I'm done. No paintbrush. I love your channel. Thanks for hearting my channel. Face Purple Wide Eyes. Face Purple Wide Eyes. Is that an emoji? Do I cook? I love cooking. Yes. I make a mean bolognese sauce. So rigatoni bolognese. I'm really good at doctoring up a penne vodka sauce. I love making black beans and rice. One of my favorite things to make. What else? Black beans and rice, bolognese. I make a really, really awesome pot roast. I love making pot roast in the crock pot. Um, and I love baking chocolate chip cookies. So I'm not flexing here, but I've been told by quite a few people that I could probably sell the chocolate chip cookies. They're that good. Actually, one of my students today, she's going to be moving before March, and she asked if I could. I said we should do like a party, and she said, "Could I bring in some chocolate chip cookies?" So there you go. Yeah, cooking. Would any of you guys watch a cooking live stream? Let me know. I created a character during COVID, and it was a character. It was like a skit, and this character had his own cooking show. His name was Bjorge. Bjorge was his name, the cooker. So I had this persona, this character, and I did like a just a real funny kind of cooking live stream. I did a couple of them. They weren't live; they were videos. I don't even know if they're still around. But yeah, I would consider it. I don't think my kitchen's set up for it though. But I love the ideas. Always shoot your ideas out. All right, let's move this aside. We'll visit the bridge, not the bridge, the lodge, and see how that dried. And I'm gonna wrap. We'll be wrapping at 9:30. So I think this one is done. You can see where I popped in the yellow. I kind of like it. I'll talk to uh, I'll talk to my friend Mr. Rue maybe tomorrow afternoon and be like, "Yo, do you want to send this one or should I just do a black and white one?" All right, let's go back here. And here's the lodge. Excuse me. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. And the last thing I'll do on this before I wrap up at 9:30 is we'll throw down some hatch lines, give it a little bit of shadow, a little bit of depth, and then we'll let it sit till tomorrow, where I'll probably revisit it and just wrap it up. We'll just take our Sharpie tonight. I gotta drink some water. Let me know if you guys have any last questions, comments, thoughts before we wrap up for tonight. Jennifer, thank you again for inspiring the idea for this building. Um, I would love to send this to you or a different version of it. So yeah, so you will be getting a sketch of the lodge, whether it's this one or I do a different one. Okay. So thank you for your suggestions on it. Oh, hey guys, it's not art unless what? You wear it, right? So I am wearing art right there. Boom. On my thumb. It's officially artwork. All right, let's do some hatching. While I'm hatching, we're going to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching in the live stream, commenting. I really appreciate it. It's always fun sketching with people around. Very, very much so. Jen, thank you for popping on. Jen Claus and sharing the stream. I appreciate that as well. And if you're serious about it, I will make you a mod. It's a very chill channel, which is awesome. But maybe one day we'll have to worry about people spamming us in the chat. Should that be a professional goal? And then we had Sheila over on Facebook. Sheila, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. And Chip was on there. Chip, thank you. I appreciate you, man, so much. I definitely want to talk to you very soon. just to catch up and say hello and check in. If anybody else was watching or is in the shadows ninja watching, thank you so much. Or you're watching the replay, I appreciate y'all. Please hit that like button, that smiley face, share out the stream, all that fun social media stuff everybody says at the end of their videos, because it does help. And if I could spread positivity through creativity, I'm doing something good in the world, right? Thank you, Sheila. Have a great weekend. Jeff, hey, Jeff, great to see you. It looks great. I appreciate that, Jeff. Always great to see you. All right, guys, until we meet again, sketch boldly, live creatively, and inspire. This is my dramatic pause. By the way, Dire Straits just came on. Any of y'all like Dire Straits? Awesome band. All right. And inspire endlessly. All right. Thanks, guys. See you soon.